What's going on, people? Cheekysport here with the great Redmen TV. Today, we're going to get into the Team of the Year debate. We're going to start with the goalkeeper, which I think is probably one of the hardest positions to actually decide on.
You're kidding?
No, I think it's hard. I think it's a hard one to start with.
Why?
Sorry?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Every year it goes to the guy with the most clean sheets.
No.
Who's that guy?
I know why.
Do you know what? Yeah, exactly.
No, I know why you're struggling. You want to say De Gea badly, but you know you can't because it'll be foolish.
Because De Gea is the best keeper in the country. That is clear. But he hasn't had the best season.
Bullshit!
He's twice the man Alisson was.
He's not twice the man.
Or is. Or ever will be.
No, he's not. Listen, he's a great goalkeeper. He's a world-class goalkeeper. But this season, he hasn't been at his best.
And do you know why he's not been at his best? Because the defence is crap. And do you know why?
It's been crap for a few years, to be fair.
Yeah, that's why.
And he's normally bailed it out.
Exactly, and that's why
this year he wasn't able to do it, so he's not superhuman anymore. He's just back to normal.
And even him normal is twice the man Ederson and Alisson.
Fuck off.
I think that's fair to say.
Far from, man.
So we're not going to say De Gea because he doesn't deserve it this season, but we all know De Gea is the best keeper in the country. So we're going to move on from there, right? So goalkeeper. So who are we saying then?
I'm looking at Alisson, I'm thinking to myself, he's not cost us any points.
He saved us.
He saved us
a lot of points.
He could have cost you points though if you haven't.
Could have, did. Is it?
Okay,
you know
cool.
What I mean?
All right, fair enough.
David De Gea could have had a better season, but he didn't. You know what I mean? Alisson hasn't cost Liverpool any points.
Cool.
Okay. You know, I'm looking at games against, who was it? Brighton, when we were 1-0 up, and he makes a save on 88 minutes from a header, and that gives us 3 points instead of 1.
Fu, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Like, especially the save, what stood out for me, and I thought, oh wow, we actually got an amazing keeper with the save when Napoli, when we needed to, if they conceded, would have been out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
But are we forgetting some other keepers though in like outside of those? Because look, I know Lloris gets a lot of stick. He definitely has saved Spurs at least 4 or 5 times this season.
But then look what we did to him and look what we did to him.
Yeah, but
he got Spurs a couple of points in that game.
I mean? Yeah, he has cost. Yeah, okay. So what other keepers though in the league? Would we give shout outs to?
A guy that I like is Wolves keeper. Is it Rui Patricio?
Yeah, okay.
I like him as a keeper. I think he's good, and I think he's much more than what you normally see from 7 to 20. You know, I think he can play a bit with his feet, and he's a bit more proactive and rather than being reactive and stuff like that. So I like him as a goalkeeper. But I feel uncomfortable suggesting him as a goalkeeper of the season because I watched Wolves about 5 times this year, and that's not a fair reflection. And I think that's something that you struggle with when you're trying to create a team of the year, isn't it? Is that for the most part, I'm a match of the day fan for all the other teams in the league.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm going to be heavily focused on Liverpool, and then I watch every team guaranteed twice a season. Very, very intently and very closely. But other than that, I maybe watch 20, 30 more games. You know, I'm not watching every Man United performance. So it's difficult.
Yeah.
So Patricio is a keeper that I like and I think has done well. David De Gea obviously is an outstanding keeper. You know, I know we were joking about it before. Ederson's brilliant. He's superb. And the ability to be a top keeper and what stands them apart, I believe, is that when they're not having a lot to do, they need to be switched on and make that save.
100%. And I think, you're right. Look, we'll give it to Alisson. About.
It was a good idea, sitting either side.
He's on the back
foot already.
I know. We'll give it to Alisson, but I don't know about him. I think the jury's still out on him. Like, I'm not sure how much he's worth at the moment. I wouldn't buy him if I was United, obviously.
Who are you looking at? Who are the keepers that you would? Have you been impressed with Kepa or Leno?
Leno's better than I thought he would be, yeah? But he's still not up there. Again, when he's been tested consistently in a game, that he has conceded a lot of goals, or conceded goals that he maybe could have saved if he was world class. And I think this has not been a season. You know, look, we've had seasons in the Premier League where we've had 5 or 6 world class keepers in that league, or playing at world class level. Do you know what I mean? Like, even certain years where even the mid-table teams have had top class keepers in there, and I don't think this is one of those years. And I feel that's why no keeper's really been 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 all season. But Alisson scrapes it, I think.
The other guy I think we should give a shout out is Tom Eaton at Burnley. I think since he went back into that Burnley side, Burnley started moving up the table again and keeping clean sheets. And as a level of importance to a side, that is outstanding what he's able to do for them.
Okay, cool. So Alisson gets the first pick. We're now going to go to the defence. We're playing a 4-3-3, remember? So it's going to be 4 at the back. Yeah, so we'll start from left to right. So left back, what are we saying?
Robertson.
Wow.
Robertson.
Okay. Didn't think this would happen, obviously. So you guys are saying another Liverpool player. Why?
Because he's literally the best left back in Europe.
He's not the best
the amount we got him for as well.
Look,
it's just like don't see that.
I respect him. I respect Robertson, and I think Robertson he's been one of my favourite players in the last couple of years outside of Man United because of the fact I love players when they come in, no one expects anything. They just think this is going to be like some sort of joker, play a bit part player. You know, he's turned out to be top class. You know, top class, and he goes under the radar. A lot of people don't talk about him, but I think a few left backs obviously deserve special mention, but I think he does edge it over all the others because the assists as well, the assists that he's doing as well, and him bombing down that left side. He is what Luke Shaw, you know, and a lot of other fullbacks should be at because it's his consistency every game. He's playing a 7, 8 or 9 out of 10 at least.
8 assists is ridiculous. I think, you know, the record is Andy Hinchcliffe with 11 assists in the Premier League in 1995 for Everton. I know Leighton Baines, I think, got to 11 for Everton as well.
Get to that then.
But he can get to that. And you got Trent Alexander-Arnold on the other side for us, who's got 8 assists as well. So we've got 16 assists. That's the most from any pairing in a season.
Look at that
from fullbacks.
Look at that stat. You definitely looked that up.
That's not it with you, mate. We said we were doing this video 2 minutes ago and we walked in and I sat down and I started fucking talking.
Okay, so look, who else deserves a good mention?
I'm just going to say...
Shaw?
No. I'm just going to say Robertson, man, because you can only pick one. You can only pick one. You can't pick 3 or 5, so for me, it doesn't matter. Like, if I had to pick one left back, then yeah, it's definitely...
Okay,
Robbo.
cool. So
Shaw's been good since Ollie's come in.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. And I always thought that Man United fans were a little bit harsh on Luke Shaw. I think, you know, they had those issues with was he overweight and all that type of stuff that I've heard about. I don't know whether it's true and stuff
but
like that.
I think he was overweight.
But he's looked much better. And he looks like that Luke Shaw that you paid, was it 30 million for? He looks like a guy who now looks a little bit confident. We know he's got a great ball and he can whip a ball in.
Let's go to right back. Who are we saying?
No, it sounds like we're being biased, you know what I mean? But who are you going to say? You know who I'm going to say.
No, go on.
Trent.
Wow. This is.
I'm being so real.
This should be called the bias show. Go, why? Why are you guys saying that? Because look, I'll be honest.
You're just assuming I'm going to say Trent?
No, because I'm guessing, because I could tell by your laugh. Like,
I'm saying Trent,
that was a laugh like that. But
No.
look, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the only thing I can say about him is that I respect the fact I think he got 3 assists in one game. And I don't think any fullback has ever done that in one game.
And he's the youngest player to ever get 3 assists in a Premier League game as well.
Okay, fair play. But does he deserve it though? Because I still think he's not been as consistent as other players.
Tough one. I mean,
Doherty, for example.
It's very easy to get recency bias, isn't it?
Early
on in the season, Gomez was getting played at right back for Trent a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so he's not had 35 games when we're recording this. He's probably had closer to 28 to 30, something like that, maybe.
But has Doherty not been better? Like when you're talking about fullbacks and you're saying, again, relative terms, like he's been, for what he's done at Wolves, you know, over the last, 6-7 months, he's been one of the outstanding players in the Premier League. And the fact is he's playing for a weaker team and he's still not only getting assists, I know he's less than Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, but again, playing at that level with a weak team around him in comparison to Liverpool. So I'm going to go for him personally. I mean, you guys...
Wan-Bissaka's got to have a mention as well, hasn't he?
Of course.
I think, you know, he's been brilliant for Crystal Palace and he's one of the guys that you look at and you think, I know he's a couple of years older than Trent, but he's got everything you need to go on and have a stellar career at right back, and he's done it in a team that's managed by Roy Hodgson, for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean? And to make yourself look good in a team that's managed by Roy Hodgson, you are playing above and beyond there.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to give it to Wan-Bissaka then. Yeah. I think that's what everyone says.
I mean, Trent, come on. 7 assists in the Premier League.
But Wan-Bissaka plays for a weaker team.
Yeah, it's not about a weaker... That's not my problem, though. You play for a weaker team, it's not my problem. Stats and numbers don't lie in it, and Trent's got the highest. It's true though.
We really going by numbers. What a sad game. The centre back. So who's the two?
All right, I'm gonna struggle with one. I got one, but the other one we'll probably need to talk.
I wonder what one you've got.
The one where everyone's thinking and the people that's watching thinking.
Chris Smalling.
He plays too much FIFA. He plays too much FIFA.
Who is it?
We know who.
It's Virgil.
I want you to say it because we've been saying.
To be honest, the first one that comes to my mind is Tottenham's centre backs, right?
Really?
Both of them. Both of them.
I might squeeze both. VVD will get in there. Okay, all banter aside, VVD will get in there, and then Toby. I'll put VVD and Toby because it's one thing playing well, but it's another thing literally saving your team, which I feel he's done on multiple occasions, especially when Tottenham's had a lot. Remember, Tottenham went through a period where I think they had, through 9 games, they had 6 1-0 wins. And to have a 1-0 straight win that many times, it means your defence really had...
It's pressure as well on your defence, isn't it?
So I really appreciate that. I think VVD, it was good, but he's good. But again, how much did he have to do? Hardly beads of sweat is on him, but I guess you've got to give it to him because... He's got long hair.
He's levels above everybody
yeah,
else.
he makes it look easy. That's why there's no sweat. He just makes his job look so easy. Yeah, no, I was gonna say Toby. Laporte. Yeah, he done great. But I would definitely agree with you when it comes to Toby, man.
It's got to be him. It's got to be him. So back four is decided. We're now going to go to the middle 3 players, and this is where it's going to get a bit tricky. Just to be clear, what is middle 3? Yeah, is of course midfield, any position.
I'm looking at the 6 and saying Fernandinho. I think he is incredible, and he's getting better with age, and he's such a big miss. They're not the same side, Manchester City, without him pulling the strings.
Yeah,
he breaks up. He's dirty. He's got a little bit of gnarl to his game. He's a bit of a snide.
Yeah,
and you need that, especially in a side that's so technically gifted. Yeah, they need someone who's just gonna
clean it up.
Yeah, man.
Or not clean it up, should I say? So yeah, fair enough. Who do you think?
Yeah, Fernandinho. I was so gutted when you see the game when we lost to City. That that was like his first game back in like a very long time, and I just knew straight away this guy's gonna he's gonna cause us trouble.
Yeah.
And he did, and they won. But yeah, I'll definitely say Fernandinho, holding in that 4-3-3.
We saying he's better than Kante at the moment, yeah.
Yeah,
Kante's been played in the wrong position for most of the season, hasn't he? I think Chelsea fans have been talking all season long about him. He needs to play in that number 6, but Jorginho's been back there, passing the ball to his mate and back again, 3-yard passes and stuff. Yeah. Kante's a superb footballer, but this season he's not been as good because
a lot of people have said maybe he's been a little bit overrated because his legacy has been defined in 2 years. People have been talking about him. He's had 2 amazing years. Then obviously now he's not been that good, but end of the day, I think Fernandinho has proven over the years that he is more consistent, and at the moment he's the better player. Who else are you saying?
Bernardo Silva for me.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure whether he plays right wing or midfield, or did he just switch it up?
He's just part of the midfield, yeah. So Bernardo Silva, 100%. So Bernardo Silva, I think, if it weren't for Sterling and VVD, he'll be up there for PFA Player of the Year. Like, he's just been incredible. Like, he's been the engine that maybe even David Silva hasn't so much been, especially in big games this season. This is going to be the tough one, the final position, right? Are we looking at other clubs? Are we respecting the other clubs though, outside of the top 4?
Wolves midfielder.
Neves.
Yeah.
Would you? He's quality.
What about Andre Gomez?
For Everton.
Why is he doing this? What he done to okay, I don't think he's been consistent enough, but
what he's done in the last 6 weeks is okay. What he done prior to that is absolute shite.
No, you can't say that. No, come on. He'll walk into Liverpool's side.
He would not.
All right, who else are you saying? Who did you say?
Neves for Wolves.
Yeah, Neves. Okay, Neves. Again, for what Wolves has done this season, I think Wolves, which will come to the best team in a second, but for what Wolves has done, I feel some of their players has got to get in there because they have, I think, outperformed every other club. Relative terms, for where they should have been and where they are now, some of their players are playing 10s every single week. Do you know what I mean? Every single week. So he's got to be up there, Neves, but does he deserve the 4th spot? You guys not going to put any respect on any Arsenal or Chelsea or Man United players?
Arsenal's still soft in the centre, aren't they? The defence and the midfield for me is, you know, what they need to sort out. The attacking talent they've got's incredible.
Yeah.
I know Torreira's had a good season for them, but again, he's had a few iffy games as well at the same time.
I was thinking of saying him, but then I realised he hasn't really been consistent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So what about Man United?
What about them?
Pogba.
What are you looking at? Pogba, Ander Herrera,
Matic.
Fred. How is he still going, Matic?
Why not?
He's good, don't get me wrong, and he's played in some great teams, but fuck me, is he slow.
Yeah.
And he still seems to get away from players.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I don't know how. Yeah. But it's because his football brain's so good.
Is he?
Yeah, of course he is.
I think he's got like fucking Inspector Gadget legs or something, and he just little telescopic legs, and he just gets away from players and stuff. And he moves so slowly, and he passes the ball so slowly, and he still goes to the man, and he still beats men. And it's baffling for me. Pogba, no way, not on this watch. Too inconsistent, does it when he wants to do it. All about him. He's about the name on the back of his shirt, not the badge on the front of his shirt. And I think you proved that the other year when Liverpool played, and you had all that hashtag Pogba stuff going on, and we were in a massive game at Hughes a couple of years ago, and the focal point is him. It shouldn't be him. It should be Manchester United. They're a bigger club than Paul Pogba, and he makes it about him too often.
Fair enough. Okay. And yeah, I don't think Pogba deserves it. I'm thinking last players. I feel Eriksen's got to be there.
Good shout.
I think Eriksen, for the last 2 years, I think for the last 2 or 3 years, he's got 10 plus assists in the Premier League, which doesn't seem like much. But again, when you're playing at this level, to do that every single year, you know, assists are hard to get every year consistently. You know, you got to put your hat off to him.
I think that's a good shout. I think Eriksen's a fair shout. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. I agree with everything you said there.
Cool. So that's Eriksen, Fernandinho, and Bernardo Silva. Bernardo, you know. Bernardo. All right, the 3 attackers. Now this is probably going to be the hardest discussion. Who are the 3 attackers in the team of the year? Anyone you want to start with, in particular?
I've got 2.
I'll go out and say who has to be there. Yeah, it's got to be Lukaku.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's got to be Harry Kane. Yeah. The reason why it's got to be Harry Kane is because he's been injured twice. Yeah, and he's still got. I think he's still second top goal scorer in the league. Not. Or third. He's top 3. He is. But either way, look, the guy has performed for the first 4 months of the season. I think almost every game. Look, he's going to check now. He's going to check. But almost every game, he's performed.
It's definitely Aguero with 19 and Salah with 18.
He's played in every game though.
No, for me, the first 2 I'll pick will be Aguero and Sterling.
Yeah.
There'll be definitely 2, but then there'll be 1 more.
Yeah. So that means it's got to be Kane?
No.
Wow.
So I would definitely say Sterling. I would definitely say Sterling's up there.
Sterling. Okay, so we agree that Sterling is the first choice. So Sterling, 100%.
Yeah.
He's up there for Player of the Year, so he's got to be in the team. Yeah. So Sterling's there. So the other 2. Okay?
Aguero.
So definitely not Mo Salah or any Liverpool player. That's for sure.
Why?
Because they've not been good enough.
Mane's been excellent.
No, he's not been on the level of the players we're talking
Isn't he
about.
Like, if you take penalties away, doesn't he have the most?
To be fair, Mane even been
goals?
relatively. Look, I'm not saying this in a clickbait way. Has he really been on the? He's been relatively speaking as good as Rashford this season.
What? Mane's got 17
No,
goals.
it's not about how many goals you scored.
Wait.
Why not?
The exact same as Harry Kane, by the way, without taking penalties.
Oh.
Harry Kane plays as a number 9. Sadio Mane plays as a winger.
How many games has Mane played?
Well,
exactly.
Right, okay. Goals per minute.
Don't start saying that.
Harry Kane, 143 minutes a goal. Sadio Mane, 155 minutes a goal. So there ain't much in it. One's playing as a number 9 as a greedy little shit. Claiming absolutely everything from his teammates.
Mane's one of the greediest players.
He ain't greedy. How's he greedy?
He shoots all the time. As soon as he gets up, looks up.
You're a hater, man.
He's one of those players that if you're playing FIFA and then the camera moves so you can see the goal, he just shoots. He just holds down square and shoots.
How can you not put money? How can you not put money?
Huh? Mane does. I don't even know if Mane gets on the subs bench. To be honest with you, if we're not doing the subs bench, if he did, and that's not trolling because Sterling's there. Look, I think we've got to give Sterling the other 2 positions. I think we've got to give either Aguero or Kane. It can't be both. Yeah.
Are we now picking it as a collective?
No. I'm only saying that because you've got to give respect to players like, look, Zaha, a special mention. You've got to put a special mention in these players. Look, he plays for Crystal Palace, mate.
He follows him. Zaha follows him on Insta.
He's got to.
That's why I was
Sterling follows you. Is that what you're saying?
It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do. It's got to do with this season.
Look, Rashford and Mane are about equal.
No.
In terms of their performance. Don't talk about the goals, mate.
Well, hang on a minute. You were talking about the goals before. When you were talking about Harry Kane, you were talking about the goals. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, how many goals he scored in less
7?
games.
Was he on 7?
I don't know. I can't find them. I'm still scrolling.
Oh, is it?
His impact.
Right, Pogba's got more goals in the league than Marcus Rashford.
It's impact. It's all about impact.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's not impacting the ball into the net very often for a striker, which is his job. I tell you what, right?
Okay.
My personal 3 would be Aguero, I think. Sterling, I'm definite on. I feel proper bad not giving a Liverpool forward one, and I know it. And this isn't about goals for me. Son from Spurs.
Yeah.
I really think he's been incredible. Like.
I think he's so underrated. I think he's world class, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's world class as well. Again, what he does, like the way he drags his team, even in the World Cup, you saw that how he drags his team from, no offense, but the rest of his team's average, and he pulls something out the bag. And yesterday he done the same thing. Like, he had no right to score that goal. You know, he made a mistake. He missed the chance, got the ball back, still scored. You know what I mean? And he's been a big game player, and that's what you got to put into account. Like who the big game players are. With all due respect, him, and to be fair, Harry Kane has been big game players, but I think mainly him and Sterling, 100%. And I think that's why it's got to come between Aguero and Kane, is that last spot. Unless you can think of any other strikers we're missing.
No, then if it's out of Harry Kane and Aguero...
Oh, wait, hold on. Aubameyang, people would...
Oh, my word. He's been brilliant as well. But then Lacazette's been brilliant
I wouldn't put Aubameyang or Lacazette in the final 3, though.
Is it because big games, I don't think he's...
Out of them 2 or Aguero, you're going to have to shout out
Okay,
Aguero.
so we got to put... So the final 3 is Aubameyang, Aguero or Kane. Only one can go in.
So who have we put in so far then?
We put Sterling and Son.
Oh, we agreed on Son? Yeah. I'm not even sure I do. And I put his name forward, I'm still thinking to myself, Mane's got like 5 more goals than him, you know.
Yeah.
Mane gets fed more. He gets fed more.
Yeah, maybe. I think I read something the other day that said Aguero reached the same amount of goals for Man City as Henry did for Arsenal, and he's done it in 60 games less. And that blew my mind because Henry's the best player, I think, best forward I think I've seen in the Premier League. And Aguero doesn't get the fucking respect he deserves for what he's done. And maybe it's because he's a bit more of a finisher and he didn't have that flair and that speed that Henry has. Fuck me, in a big game, if you want someone to take a penalty and score it, you normally pick an Aguero. Yeah. Kind of last night he missed it, but I don't think there's a better finisher in the league than him. And normally I would bank on him above almost everybody else to bash one into the back of the net.
Yeah, fair enough. So, wow, so we're not putting Harry Kane in the strongest 11.
He's not even in Tottenham's strongest 11. They play better without him.
Huh?
They play better without him.
Wow.
When Son's up top, they stretch defences, man. You get that running behind. Kane's a great player. He's world class. Yeah. He absolutely is.
He'd walk into Liverpool's team, wouldn't he?
He would not. He's not good.
You give him captaincy, day he comes in. Right, so that's the starting 11. Who's the player of the year? It's obviously got to be in that starting 11. Funny enough, I'm saying that because last year, I'm sure the PFA player of the year, the players who are up for player of the year was not in the starting 11. The starting 11, the player has to come from that. So
I mean, for 2, it'll be out of Sterling and Van Dijk. Now, right now, I don't think I could choose. I think I have to... Van Dijk hasn't won anything. Do you know what I mean? We haven't really won anything yet. So I think that's when it will boil down. If we get the Premier League, then yeah, you give Van Dijk. Because it'll be like, people look back at, why did Liverpool win the Premier League? And then you go back to games where, Van Dijk was clean sheets, etc. But as of now, I'll probably think Sterling's got the edge on it because of the quadruple, etc., which they could win. So yeah, I think that from that side, you say Sterling. But Van Dijk's played amazing as well as a centre-back. For a centre-back to be nominated.
I think it's Virgil van Dijk. I think, it's my life, man. Liverpool's my life. And I can't pull that away from it. And I try and take the rent-into glasses off and I struggle massively. Yeah. Virgil van Dijk is the best centre-back that I've seen. I'm 36 years old. I caught the tail end of Alan Hansen and he was great. absolutely great. I think he's better. I think he's as good as, if not better than anything I've seen in the Premier League even. Wow. And I put him up there with like your Jaap Stams, your Rio Ferdinands, your Vidiches and all those players that have been superb. Your Tony Adams is going back a little bit further and stuff. I truly rate him that well, and he has solidified the defence. There has been shit for 5 years. Yeah. You know, best defence in the league from conceding over 50 goals, I think it was last season. And now we're at, you know, low end. Well, I think we're just under 20 at the moment, but we'll probably finish the season under 20. It's 30 goal swing, man, from one player.
I would say if you're talking about individually, is Sterling. But if you're talking about like overall, like you said, if Van Dijk brings Liverpool the league, or let me rephrase, if Liverpool win the league, it really comes down to the defence changes that they've made over the last 18 months. And Van Dijk's been that person, you know. So it's going to be a tight one, but I think Sterling deserves it. But based on you two saying that, we'll give it to Van Dijk. Close second, Raheem Sterling.
Can I just say, though, both worthy winners?
Yeah, both worthy winners, yeah. Who's the manager of the year? Who is the manager of the year? I'm going to curveball it, yeah?
Go on. Go Wolves
Because
manager.
it depends. 3 months ago or 4 months ago, I would have said, if we asked that question, I would have said Poch, yeah? Because of where the Spurs were in the title race 2 months ago, blah, blah, blah. And they were in all competitions. They were in the League Cup semis, blah, blah, blah. And again, for what he's done with that team, with no budget, respect. Obviously, it's different now, so I won't say that. I would say you got to look at, again, like, kind of what you've done with resource. So I feel like really... Wolves and Bournemouth, they're managers. So obviously, and I know this is a shock because they're in 7th and 12th respectively. But again, what you've done with those teams and where you really should be, because Bournemouth have no right to be a comfortable Premier League side. And I say every single year, pound for pound, Eddie Howe is one of the best managers in the league for what he's done with that team and with that resource, and what he's done is incredible. And obviously, Wolves is pretty much the shining light of this season. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to come with those two. I know you two are obviously going to point out the big two, there's first and second, but who do you two think?
I think Nuno Espirito Santo is, you know, Wolves manager, has been fantastic and a breath of fresh air as well. I really rate Poch. I think he's a brilliant manager as well. I think, you know, the restraints that have been forced upon him because the stadium went £700 million over budget is ridiculous. That has affected his team this season. You know, he wasn't able to buy someone and he wasn't able to improve that squad, and he's got wage limitations. And the fact that he's still ahead of Manchester United and Chelsea and all those teams, Arsenal, I think they're still a better side. I think it's a tremendous job that he's done. Obviously, I think Jurgen Klopp's going to be up there for what he's done. I mean, you know, for everyone pointing at Liverpool and saying you spend loads of money, our back line was assembled for 75 million for Van Dijk, 8 million for Robertson, so there's 83. Our other centre-back from the last few weeks has been Matip, who was free, and Trent was brought through. You know, we've not spent as much as you'd think assembling our back four. I think the work that he's done defensively when everyone said he couldn't defend is tremendous. Pep Guardiola's changed the fucking league. You know, 100 points last season, close on to that again this season. Outstanding. Take your pick, man. If you feel like you're the plucky underdog, go for Espirito Santo. If you think it's the guy who has gone up against billionaire Manchester City and ran them close, then
I think it really just comes down to, when it comes to Klopp or Pep, if you're going to give it to one of them two, it really comes down to how many trophies they both end up in the NC. Because let's not forget, this is unlikely, but they may only end up with, 2 trophies in between them, because obviously League Cup for Pep and Klopp may win the league. They may go out of every other competition. Let's not forget that. So end of the day, I feel it's going to be between those two. If it's going to come down to who wins the league, I think deserves it out of those two. But if you're not looking at them two, it's got to be, like you said, Santo, because what he's done with that Wolves team should be like close to relegation, just about scraping it, and he's shown up. Yeah. I was probably going to say Oli. Can Mourinho get in there? No, that's it.
I would give it to Mourinho. I mean, ruining your football club is a top job, and I would give it him for that.
Banter. But banter aside, of course, there's the review, there's the team of the year, there's the coach of the year, and there's the player of the year from us and Redmen TV. Go check it out.